Hey, good afternoon, friends. Today, my friends, is Tuesday, June the 30th, 2026, and the time now is 5 o'clock p.m. So, friends, I want to talk about the World Cup, and I want to talk specifically about the game, the round of 32, the first match of this World Cup 2026. And I'm talking in this case the game between South Africa and one of the host countries, Canada. Now, friends, this World Cup is the World Cup of upset. Therefore, I am going to say it. The World Cup of upset continues. And this was the case in terms of the first game of the round of 32, the game between South Africa and Canada, one of the host countries. Now, the game was an amazing game. South Africa played very well. They played as if they wanted to win. However, Canada also played a very good game. Canada played as if they wanted to win. Yes, you can see that the quality perhaps may have been lacking to an extent. However, friends, the Canadians played with their heart. They played as if they wanted to win. They played as if, even though this perhaps could have been their first time in World Cup history, especially in recent history, to have reached that far, they played a very good game. They played a very good defense, and they played in a way that demonstrates as if soccer has been a thing in Canada, as if they've been developing talent. Yes, the guy who scored for the Canadians actually does play in the United States. He played in America's soccer or football league, the MLS, also known as Major League Soccer. So this was a good game for Canadians. It was a pride match for Canadians. I remember after the game, I basically watched the interaction of the Canadian head coach with the Canadian players. They all gathered in circle, and he began to talk to them, and he told them, you are the hero of Canada, and basically talking sense into them, giving them pride and dignity, basically boosting their morale. It was basically a good thing for the Canadians. And also, this World Cup has been a historic World Cup in many ways. Yes, we can talk about the foolishness that Donald Trump have been doing. But the fact that it was a World Cup that saw an expansion of about 32 countries, from 32 countries to 48 countries. A World Cup that basically saw three host countries. That's Canada, Mexico, and the United States. And this World Cup, all three host countries made it to the round of 32. Now, friends, once again, in this World Cup 2026, all three of the host countries, that's Canada, Mexico, and the United States, made it to the round of 32. And Canada defeated South Africa. In this case, Canada will make it or has made it to the round of 16. So kudos to the Canadians. This was a humiliating, upsetting, a very interesting defeat by, in this case, I would say that Canada was the underdog to South Africa, a country that was the underdog in many ways, in many games as well. However, kudos to the Canadians. They basically played their hearts out, and they played a massive, interesting, and want-to-win game. Now, friends, please tell me what you think. And friends, I really want to know what you think. However, friends, I am going to end here. I want to thank you for being a member of the Echoing Voice community, my friends. But most especially and most importantly, or most important, my friends, I want to thank you a lot for watching the Echoing Voice. Peace, my friends. Peace.